Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sports TV, and this is going to be another one of my videos on the XFL Power Rankings. Okay, now I'm just going to rank them how I feel at this point because it's just cause I don't have much to talk about when it comes to the Power Rankings on the 18, so that I'm going to do what I want. Now, the worst team in the XFL right now, the Tampa Bay Vipers. They are one of the two teams that haven't won the game yet. They're the two 0-2 teams right now. Now, Tampa Bay Vipers, they lost the first game. I forgot which team it was, but then they went on to play the Seattle Dragons. It was actually a pretty close game, but at the same time, they still lost. And it's not really saying much that they were close, because Seattle Dragons, I haven't seen them as a good team yet right now. Though they have only played what's the best team and the worst team. But as of right now, Tampa Bay Vipers, they lost. The next team you get is the LA Wildcats. They're the other 0-2 teams. They lost big time to the Houston Roughnecks, but then they kind of got close to winning against the Dallas Renegades. And they lost. So the two winless teams right now, so obviously those are the two bottom teams. But I believe the Vipers are worse than the Wildcats right now. Next up, you have the huge row of 1-1 teams, the 4 1-1 teams. The worst of the bunch, the Seattle Dragons. Why? Well, they're one of the two teams who struggled to beat an 0-2 team. They struggled against the Vipers. It was a close game. They did win. They did pull out, but they kind of struggled against what I see as the worst team in the XFL. So they're at the very bottom of the 1-1. Then you got the next team up, the Dallas Renegades. They're the second 1-1 team. Why? Well, this time they had their starting quarterback in, and they struggled against another one of the 0-2 teams. They struggled and nearly lost against the LA Wildcats. Not exactly looking good for the Dallas Renegades, though they could end up getting better down the line. We don't know. Who knows, maybe one of these 0-2 teams could find a strides. Maybe one of these 2-0 teams could just collapse. We don't know yet. We don't know very much about these teams yet. We just know what we know from 2 weeks. And right now, Dallas Renegades aren't exactly looking that great of a team right now. They could turn it around still. We don't know. It's early on in the season. Early on in every single team's franchise history. This is every team's first 2 games ever. So there's still a lot we don't really know. It's more speculation and what we've seen. Dallas Renegades, I haven't seen anything really that impressive. The run game, I think, is one of the better run games, but other than that, not really that impressive. So Dallas Renegades, down there, they're ranked 5. Then you get in 4th. 4th would be the New York Guardians. Why? Well, they did win their first game, and then they lost their second game. They're 1-1 like Dallas Renegades. The difference is, the game they lost, they did get demolished. But again, it's the best team in the XFL right now. And again, they could turn it around at any moment. We don't know. But I'm starting to think that next week, the Guardians and the Renegades might flip, because Landry Jones, he blamed himself for it being a close game. He said, I played like shit. New York Guardians quarterback blamed the entire organization except himself for the loss. So, yeah, I see the Dallas Renegades switching with New York after next week. After, New York looks pretty bad and Dallas looks decent. The next one would be the St. Louis Battlehawks. Why are they the best of the 1-1 teams? They're ranked 3rd. Well, that's because they looked pretty good against one of the best offenses in the league and one of the best teams in the league. The best team in the West. They looked good against the best team in the West. Not the best team in the XFL, but one of the best teams out there, and the best team in the West. They looked pretty good. They fought a hard-fought battle. They were grinding out. They nearly let it come back. They nearly came back in the end, but they lost, and so obviously they're not going to be above the teams that they lost to. As of yet, we don't know very much, but they're not above teams that are 2-0 right now. The two teams that are 2-0, but they're out of the one-on-one teams. The Battlehawks looked the best, so they're the ones. They're up there, and they did beat the Dallas Renegades. So obviously they're above Dallas Renegades right now. And the New York Guardians went up against one of the better teams and got demolished. So again, kind of obvious here. Next, you got the Houston Roughnecks. Yes, they're my team, but right now they're not ranked number one. The Houston Roughnecks have the best offense in the league. Okay, the best offense, the best red zone efficiency offense. They have the best. They have the best playmakers. They have the best quarterback. The Houston Roughnecks are just all around the very best offense in the league, but they aren't ranked number one. The team that is ranked number one would be the DC Defenders. Why is that? Because they not just won big in their first game, they won big in the second game, and they're looking better. They don't have the best offense, but they are the best team. They're the best all-around team. They're the most complete team. They are the best team in the XFL right now. They are the team to beat. Well, so are the Houston Roughnecks, but they are the team to beat. People already have I see people who already have the Roughnecks as number one, but clearly right now, the team that's number one is DC Defenders. They are the best team in the XFL. They have 2-0. We'll see where it goes. Week 3, both teams should stay 3-0. They both got pretty easy teams, and really, it seems like the best 3 teams are the Houston Roughnecks, the St. Louis Battlehawks, and the DC Defenders. Dallas Renegades seem mediocre at best. Seattle seems mediocre, and then you got the New York Giants, who are also probably mediocre, and then you got LA Wildcats and Tampa Bay Vipers, who are both trash right now. This is going to be really awesome. These Roughnecks are going to be in the championship game. When it comes to the East, there seems to be a bit more competition right now between the St. Louis Battlehawks and the DC Defenders. We will see where it goes, how they match with each other when they face each other, because they're going to play each other twice, because they are in the same division, conference, whatever. We will see. But right now, 8 Tampa Bay, 7 LA, 6 Seattle, 5 Dallas, 4 New York, 3 St. Louis, 2 Houston, and the number 1 team, DC. Those are my power rankings. That's where I ranked each of the teams. See y'all later.